next on Piece of Cake.
All right. We sponsor the Voodoo. They do a little video recorded thing in the arena it's called Shake for Your Cake. And our pan washer, Pat, is kind of the mascot. We named him Shaker the Baker. Well, being that we're all going to be down there with the car cake, the Voodoo asked us if Shaker the Baker could come and do the Shake for Your Cake contest live.
Start to dance. There you go. You got it.
Take a couple ibuprofen before we start.
All right, so this week we had a ton of stuff happening. We had like 54 weddings, all kind of birthday cakes, a couple different novelty cakes. We had nachos, a boot, and then not to mention we had the Voodoo race car and the running of the Bulls roller skate cake. So, you know, it was a busy week. Everybody knows the running of the Bulls takes place in Pamplona, Spain, but here in New Orleans, we like to celebrate everything. So a couple of years back, these guys put together a running of the Bulls New Orleans style. It takes place downtown. A lot of guys and girls dressed in their best running of the Bulls garb, so to speak. And of course, you can't turn bulls loose in the French Quarter. Mules maybe, bulls no. So they invite in the Big Easy Roller Girls, and they just put on helmets with bull horns and plastic wiffle ball bats, and they chase the people through the streets.
Kick their asses, go!
It's hilarious to watch. The Voodoo, our arena football team here in New Orleans, was having a big event. They just sponsored a NASCAR. So they had the big Voodoo emblem on the hood and all kind of Voodoo stuff on the doors, and the car was going to be at this specific game. And so they asked us, hey, look, you know, you're the official bakery of the Voodoo. Any chance you can make this car and bring it out to us? And why not?
I was talking to Philip, and he's concerned. He was watching your layout here, and he's concerned about your cake not being to scale. Philip is my brother-in-law. We had a position that came available. We needed the help. Philip needed the job. It was a win-win on both ends. And Philip's position is he mixes all of the fillings, he cooks all of the fillings, and basically handles the majority of the prep that would go into making a lot of our desserts.
The Voodoo cake was interesting. He does a lot of cars. He builds a lot of car cakes. In my opinion, just being an artist and going to school for it, I thought that he could over-accentuate a cartoonic or artistic aspect of it rather than it having to look just to scale.
Is this to scale?
It's the right length, the right width, according to the drawings that the Voodoo gave us. I know, Philip, you might have made a few models in class, but when it comes to cake, I think I got it covered, buddy.
To me, it just looks a little too elongated. And if you accentuate the tires a little bit more, I think they'd stand out more.
The tires are still a work in progress,
Yeah,
but the cake itself is the right scale.
Okay. Well, I'm not trying to be a jerk or whatever. I'm just like, this is a cake. This isn't like a model for Nissan or whatever. You know, you're not doing the exact.
This cake's going to be sitting right next to the car. No, I'm not sensitive to criticism at all. I mean, I'm probably the most laid back. I can take a critique like there's nobody's. Considering all I have is the base and there's no cake,
Right.
we'll talk later because you have no idea. You have no idea where it's even going.
Okay.
All I did was cut out the frame.
Right. To me, it just looked like it was a little too long, too skinny. That's all.
No. I think it's constructive criticism.
It's constructive criticism,
I'm not trying to be a jerk.
but no, it's constructive criticism. But let me tell you, I'm not even there yet. I haven't even started cutting the cake yet. So
I mean,
construct a bucket of buttercream because I'm going to need a hell of a lot of it over here.
Dave and Philip are kind of two of a kind. You know, it's, you know, the pot calling the kettle black. You know, I mean, Dave has great ideas, but Philip had those same ideas.
You know, it's one thing to have one of the decorators come up and critique something that I'm doing. But Philip, having never constructed a cake ever, you know, to come up and say, well, I don't know if that looks right. It just doesn't sit well with me. You know, I mean, come on. It's like, hello, I'm the cake maker here.
Right now, getting ready to make a plate of chicken nachos.
Nacho cake, just dried some fondant, kind of to look like tortilla chips. And then just added all the ingredients on. With the sour cream, I used our Petit-Four icing. Just added a little white food color into it, and it kind of dries like sour cream.
I asked Skeeter to help me with the voodoo car cake. Cars are kind of her specialty here. Anytime we get a groom's cake that's a three-dimensional car, somehow she usually ends up with it, and they always look great.
Do you realize that the back is higher than the front?
It's not higher.
It is higher.
No, it's just tapered.
It's higher. The voodoo cake was a cake that Junior should have been able to handle by himself. It's just a car cake. It's easy, cut out. He's done a million of them. But he insisted that he had to have my expertise.
You're the car girl.
Oh, I'm the car girl.
So
so you want me to
I want you to carve it. Any thoughts that she would give me, I would not be offended by her giving me some advice on that.
Dang.
Next on Piece of Cake. People are out. Somebody's got to step in.
Because somebody didn't show up.
We do ship king cakes all year round. We keep getting more and more requests.
Come on, are you serious? I'm trying to get this cake done.
The voodoo cake was a cake that Junior should have been able to handle by himself. It's just a car cake. It's easy, cut out. He's done a million of them. But he insisted that he had to have my expertise.
That's why I let her do the cars most of the time. She's our car chick.
That why you let me do the
Yes.
cars? I thought maybe it was because I'm better than you.
No, I don't know if you're better than me at the cars, but you know.
No, okay.
You know, the race car, I felt I could handle. You know, I could pull in Skeeter. She's good with race cars. Got to shave a little bit off and round it down to the side of the car.
Ultimately, if it didn't reflect bad on me and my staff, I'd allow Dave to have a moment where I'd say, told you so. But due to my dedication to our customers, I always have to be first to make the decision and go above and beyond.
If they need you to peg, I can take it from here.
You know what it's called? It's called multitasking.
Right. But I can't be here.
Work hard. Work hard.
Whatever.
Work
Fine.
on the winner's circle.
All right. With the voodoo car, basically what we do is we start with the sheets of cake, we carve out the basic shape of the car, and then you go to installing just like you would a real car. Here comes the door, here comes the hood, here comes the fender. Miss Ella called in sick, Arlette called in sick, Andrea had to bring her son to the doctor, so we have all these cakes.
You know, my dad, when he sees things getting a little rough, he'll jump in and kind of make sure Dave's on his toes.
Because somebody didn't show up. So, had to pop over here and ice a few cakes.
My dad's mainly in the office catching up on all the paperwork, but don't let him fool you. He can jump in at any second.
Everybody been quiet as a mouse over here today. I'm working over here.
With the popularity of king cakes, and we do ship king cakes all year round, we keep getting more and more requests throughout the year, whether it be for a groom's cake, whether it be a birthday party. We ship them all over the country and we sell them out the front shop. Not in the volume that we have during Mardi Gras, but for being out of season, we do have a lot.
For some reason this week, we had a ton of shipping. So on top of the car, all the other stuff we had, I gotta hurry up at the end of the day and get the shipping out, because at 5 o'clock, UPS man's at the door. We've got a ton of them shipping on top of everything else. So UPS has already come. He's gotta come back because it's not ready. Come on, are you serious? I'm trying to get this cake done. I need to roll this.
I know. It cleans the sheet versus full of color.
Well, I'm gonna put more color in it. There was no reason at 2 o'clock in the afternoon to be cleaning the fondant machine. That's something you do at 5, when we close. Don't do it in the middle of the day when everybody's trying to get their work done.
Dave just don't understand. As much as we use this machine, he don't understand that sometimes it needs to be clean because we get color packed up in it. But you know he's not gonna clean it.
And then like right here, it almost needs to be cut here and here. Okay, I'm gonna let you talk.
Y'all let me finish it
How are you gonna change the shape at this point?
with buttercream, baby, buttercream. They always do. They always do. And it always comes out in the end.
Dave, can you
Yes.
focus for a sec?
I'm trying to cut out the damn logo.
I'm saying, it curves in. Thank you. Thank you. Look at this picture right here.
I grew up doing this.
See, it would help if Dave would tell us what his plan is.
My
But
plan is,
as usual, he doesn't have a plan.
my plan is, let me work it out.
Next on Piece of Cake. Start your dance, start your dance. There you go. There you go. You got it. You got it.
Take a couple of ibuprofen.
It almost needs to be cut here and here. Okay, I'm gonna let you talk.
Y'all let me finish it.
How are you gonna change the shape at this point?
With the Voodoo car, the race car was right next to it. So we had to make sure it looked exactly like the car. And then the driver who drives the car was going to be there.
Well, y'all go back and do your stuff. Let me finish this.
Look,
Let it
don't you
finish
think
before
he gets it to, before this dries and gets set, don't you think this needs to come in?
Needs to come down and round it. You can do what you want, but it's gonna look bad.
I'll just chill out. They always do. They always do. And it always comes out in the end. Ah, son of a
When I go to paint onto it, it'll have some scuffs already just kind of in there. This one's pretty fun because it's pretty worn out and old looking, so you can kind of beat it up however you really need to. This one I'm going to get a little sponge brush and I'm going to hand paint it so it looks like scuffed up old leather boots.
So what we're doing is a three-dimensional roller skate, and I'm going to have a big easy roller girl riding on the front of the roller skate. There's going to be a guy running down the street, and she's going to be after him with a bat. So it should be kind of fun. We'll see how it turns out.
Dave had complete tunnel vision on that race car, and the skate was kind of neglected. He had the idea, he had the wheels, he had the base, but he didn't have the cake part really wasn't coming together. And I noticed, we were getting short on time, and it was about a day and a half. Nothing had been done on the skate.
We're going to put the horns on the helmet, and the helmet's going to sit on top of the roller skate. And a girl's going to be riding on the front of the roller skate. They're going to be chasing a little man down the street. I decided to do the little guy for the roller skate cake out of Rice Krispies because he had to stand up. The fondant sometimes has a tendency to want to sag and fall over. He had to be standing there by himself, not supported by anything. The Rice Krispies, put some wooden dowel rods in them, and we got him to stand up. It was perfect.
It looked like something to me, and I wasn't sure what. And the more and more I looked at it, it looked like a devil girl trying to run down Jesus with a satanic roller skate. Pat is our pan washer, and some people may say, oh, pan washer. It's an extremely important job here. We have over 2,000 pans. We have tons of stuff that needs to be cleaned each and every day. So Pat's position is important. But ultimately, Pat was hired because I knew he could dance.
When we were discussing our sponsorship with the Voodoo, Ryan said, man, what if we got Pat to dance, to kind of kick things off? And so he had this, I don't know, Elton John-esque thing made for Pat to wear, and a hat, and we nicknamed him Shaker the Baker.
I think they believed I had the ability to be entertaining dressed up like this and make people a little bit interested in the whole baking experience.
We're doing a gig with the Voodoo where you're usually on the Jumbotron, but we're doing a big cake for them this weekend, and they asked if maybe you could do a live appearance.
I'm in. Do it.
Let's make it happen.
Make it happen.
We took him outside to practice so that he could understand how far he had to go. During a football game, we've got 45 seconds to get this done.
Say this is the end zone. I mean, it's going to be past the telephone pole down here.
On 3. Let's say on 3. 1, 2, 3. Fast, fast, run! That's all you got.
Come on, those girls are going to run faster than that.
Fast, fast, fast. All right, now you start your dance. Start your dance. There you go. There you go. You got it. You got it. All right. All right.
Take a couple ibuprofen before we start.
You know, a lot of parents with birthday parties, and they're incredibly hectic. It's children running around everywhere. You know, some parents are trying to get away from actually having to slice the cake. What's become very popular are cupcake cakes, which they are actually cupcakes that are set onto a board in the shape of a certain design. And then it's actually iced as one, as if it is a cake. Each child, all they have to do is pull the cupcakes off, and it doesn't require any cutting.
3 Lego cakes we have this weekend. Today I have a lot going on, a bunch of cakes I gotta do. But first off, I gotta fix my mistake. I made these too big to fit on a teeny tiny cake. So now I'm gonna redo them.
I'm not sure why all of a sudden it's back again. It was back when I was a kid, and I guess everything old is new again.
Did they have Legos when you were a kid? Y'all probably didn't have that. You too young for Legos.
Legos? We originally had the cake done in the red and green buttercream, which when you had to make that perfect line, it just ended up in a big mess. It's such a simple cake, you gotta do it right.
Next on Piece of Cake.
Think about screaming fans. Screaming fans. Everybody's looking at you.
The roller skate cake was kind of neat. I actually used fondant to like shoelaces going all the way up. And then we added in the little characters, decorated it up like with the roller derby logos and the Running of the Bulls logo. It came out cool.
So she's about to run you down.
Yeah, you're right.
Amazing. It is so fabulous.
And Mickey even made it on there.
That is so cool. I gotta take a picture of it.
You delivered them to the right place, huh?
No, Dave, I dropped them off in the street.
Just making sure.
We've had a lot of people from out of town say they want our cake, they'd like to try our cake. The problem is it's extremely difficult to ship cake out of town. So what we came up with was basically a plastic cup that we put the cupcake in after it's baked, and we fill it, ice it, and decorate it in this cup. And we actually ship them with a spoon, and it's served almost like a parfait, but it's a New Orleans cake right to your doorstep. And they actually stay extremely fresh in here for a couple of days, so it's great.
Well, we made it. The cake's here. It's hot as hell outside, but they actually put us in the shade. We're right next to the car. The driver saw the car. He absolutely loves it. He thought it was awesome. He couldn't believe it was cake. And everybody that's coming up really likes it. So I think we did another great job.
The cake was a huge hit. When Shaker and I arrived, the crowd was out there. They were gawking over the cake. They were talking about the race car. They were getting autographs from the driver. Shaker had a great time. His experience, had Shaker died that night, he would have died a happy man. And I think that's what's most important. He still talks about it. I can't get him to stop talking about it.
This is like a Las Vegas deal. I'm going to go out there and entertain on the stage. And so I had to put myself in that mindset.
Good job, Pat.
Great job, Pat. Come on, come on.
We had the cake downstairs, and the Voodoo asked us if we minded cutting the cake up because the players are going to be coming off the field, and after the game, big guys are a little hungry, so we cut it up. I think it ended up being like 250 slices of cake, and it was all gone.
Next week on Piece of Cake.
This week we have the Louisiana SPCA's pet adoption out at Clearview Mall.
I am doing a beagle, a miniature pinscher.
I'm making a miniature schnauzer.
I'm working on a Chiweenie.
I am going to be making one of the 2 cats that we're going to have.
I'm gonna be making my cat Mouse.
I don't have a dog in this hunt. I'm just the fondant guy.
You think you've got the ability to do that? I mean, everybody's going to be riding you about this. This is your first cake you've ever done. I don't know about this.
I feel very confident.
I think Philip's crazy.
Just go get the glue so we can get this thing glued together.
Don't use me as an excuse. I'll have this done, glued, and finished, and you still won't be cutting on that.
No, everybody can't be perfect like me.